Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to talk about albums. And what are albums? They're virtual groups that can be external or internal. Now, what I've done is we're in chapter 2. I've collapsed the keyword tags panel. If you've not done that, all you do is just click this triangle. I've expanded the albums, so just click the triangle there. You'll notice it comes with the default last 6 months album. We're going to create a new album, so click the plus sign, select new album. We'll call it Xmas, for example. Name it anything you want. It really doesn't matter at this point. I'm just showing you how it works. In the content panel, you would drag and drop pictures to add to this album. So for example, let's just pick 10. So I'm going to click 1, 2. So we're going to say Christmas in Chicago. And it tells me I have 8 items here. If I did not like a photo, I could select the photo, for example, and then click the minus sign, and that will take it out. Okay, and I have the backup sync checked. I'll explain that in a couple seconds, but I'm going to unselect that right now. And then once you have your items in your album, you can click on the sharing tab, and this will build a preview for you. And within a few seconds, depending on how many pictures you selected, it will present an album for you. You can share it to Photoshop.com, and just let me quickly explain what that means. When you create a new Adobe ID, which is free, and you sign in, you can receive free online benefits such as 2 gigabytes of free storage from Adobe.com, but it would be Photoshop.com, excuse me, from Adobe for Photoshop.com. You can do automatic online backup, automatic syncing of your photos and your videos on multiple computers, access to your photos and videos at Photoshop.com, and a personal URL for sharing your photos and video albums. When you sign in with your Adobe ID, you can back up your albums and catalogs to Photoshop.com servers. So if you add a keyword tag to media files on your computer, the corresponding photos on Photoshop.com server are updated with those tags. But they must be marked for backup and synchronization. All images within a stack are backed up, but you must manually recreate them on each machine. And only the first file of a version set is backed up. So in layman terms, what that means is whatever you do here is going to be backed up in Photoshop.com for you automatically, which you can then share with other people by giving them a personal URL. But just make sure that they're labeled for backup and sync. Okay. Here we have a little album. We click the play button, and you'll see what it does here. You can cycle through each picture. It has a nice little background. You can add captions. Really nice. You can add, when you share to Photoshop.com, you can put a message. You can add your contacts. You can download photos, maybe order some prints. If you didn't like this album, we can choose another album. Let me see here. The ones with the plus are for Photoshop.com. Once you sign in, and sometimes they cost a little bit of money. There was one I liked here. I thought was cute. See, it's a nice background, huh? The label of your album's right here. And you can imagine sharing your photos like this, how nice that would be. And it's already done for you. Okay, isn't that nice? Once you're done there, you would click done on the sharing tab or content tab, it doesn't matter. And it will create an Xmas album. And it will quickly show you which pictures are in that album because they're highlighted. If you wanted to only view those photos within that album called Christmas, just select it. And instantly, your photos that are in that album are shown. And they're numbered for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't like them, you can still rearrange them. So I can take the sunflower and put it before the beach. It doesn't matter. And what's nice about this is because albums are great for the share tab. So you can share online albums, you can do cards, calendars, and more. So albums are pretty handy. Now if you, to remove an album, you would select the Xmas and then click the minus sign. And it says, are you sure you want to delete this album? Yes. And it deletes the album. And then let me go back to chapter 2. But it does not delete the photos from your computer. So if you delete an album, it does not delete the photos from your computer. Remember, albums are virtual groups which can be external or internal. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about smart albums and the difference.